Hey guys, it's your girl Wandika, originally from Jamaica, and today I wanted to show you one of the journals I made, part sewing, part fashion, vintage lady journal. This actually used to be a Tim Holtz cover, and it, just the basic cover, but it was one of those that would actually turn this way, where the spine would be this way. I cut off both sides of the book and left the book covers, used some chipboard, and I don't know if you can tell, but I used some duct tape to bind it together. Then I used lace, lots of lace, and I didn't like how it looked, so I decided to paint over everything. And then I used Mod Podge to make it all shiny. Then of course I got these Tim Holtz bookends. I don't remember where I got this, but I know about it at Michael's. I don't know which company it is. And here's a little picture of a little African American girl, and of course I had this headband because I wanted to bring back this, femininity to the cover. All right, so here we have, of course, the pockets. I love pockets in the front, and some pictures I found. This is a Gold Coast woman, looking really interesting. And here's a woman during, I guess, Victorian times. She looks so polished and so regal. Love it. Here we have another woman looking, and I found a lot of these pictures with the really flamboyant hats of the day. The other thing is why I even got the idea to do a sewing or fashion journal is that I had a sewing book that was kind of coming apart, so I have some of the pages in here from that same time, the early 1900s. Lots of places to write. That's my thing. I have to have a lot of space to work. I also decided to look at some of these maybe wedding dresses. What did they look like that time? I thought this was really interesting. I mean, she's covered from her neck to her ankles. She has on gloves and everything, which is typical of that time. But I just thought, wow, she is covered up. But I like the flowers in her hair. Here's another one as well. Pocket. So I also, from that book, lots of patterns, flowers. And I thought, I don't know, maybe I'll even do something with it. Maybe I'll color it in. I don't know. More along the theme. Right, this lady looks boss. She just looks sharp. She means business. More patterns as well. So that's the end of the first two, and I had all, I have 7 signatures in all. So if you have any suggestions about how I can add more things to this, let me know. I mean, I am gonna add words and stamps, but I just really was excited. The minute I finished sewing it and putting in pictures, I'm like, I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this right now. so that's why it's a bit bare, but I kind of like that because when I start to use it, I think I'll do things to it as I go along. Maybe add quotes, sayings, so on. I love the feather. I love the whole look. I'm also gonna add some stamp, like I may get some stamps that just has clothing, you know, so that I can keep it within the same theme of like the Black Girls edition, but still have more elements like maybe stamps of scissors and threads. But if you think of anything else, just let me know. I'm really open to ideas about how to make this a lot more interesting. I liked this silhouette. This of a tongue of the wedding. I'm getting now to the 1930s. Interesting styles. I love this pattern. I don't think I'll make if I color in any of these things, I don't think I will use bright colors. I wanted to keep the kind of same vintage theme. These were some women during the Harlem Renaissance. I saw this picture is actually in one of my textbooks, and when I found it online, I knew exactly who they were. I mean, not by name, but what time period they were, or where they were from. And of course, I wanted to put in some vintage swimwear. She's a jazz musician. I love this. This was now in the like 40s. I didn't like do, oh, I'm gonna do every decade. I probably could do that, go back and do that. The hairstyle. I mean, just look at her face. She has that confident look. Another one. So as I said, I didn't look at every decade. I just looked at pictures that appealed to me. And I have this paper pack with, I loved it. It fit right into a sewing theme. And I love Nina Simone, and I knew I had to, if I'm gonna do a vintage journal, there are many other well-known women that I can put in here, and maybe I will. It didn't start off that way. I was just looking at images of the, you know, clothing, what did they wear on their heads, you know, really knew how to dress. You know, she had a very strong point of view, and you could see it in the way that she dressed and the way that she posed and everything. So I love me some Nina Simone, and I knew she had to be in here. I found another picture of her that I think is just really good. And I continue. I think we only have one other. I only have one other picture, and it's Miss Diana Ross. I said, of course, I definitely need to have her in here as well, just because of the hair, you know, makeup. So I'll add a lot more pictures as I go along. Now that I seem to have gone on that vein, there are a lot of people that I want to include, in particularly Louise Bennett and other Jamaican women from like that time. Well, I have some pictures of Louise Bennett from the 40s and 50s. I want to include her in there, and I can't think of some more off the top of my head, but I'm going to put a lot more recognizable faces in here as well. Pocket. Alright, so there you have it. Wait, I do have something else to show you. With the leftovers, I had some leftover tea-dyed paper from that paper pack with all the sewing. So I made this envelope journal. And what I did here was I put 2 layers of lace. I Mod Podged 2 layers of lace on. Then I sort of gave it this tint using yellow ochre and some gesso. I would have used white, but I didn't have any titanium white. And then I Mod Podged over it so that it would be glossy. And of course the Tim Holtz book ends or book corners. I really love this. And you know, as I said, this is how I make most of my closures now. Just bore 2 holes, thread some ribbon, that's it. And same. So it only has the paper in it. I haven't done anything in this or put any pictures in it or anything like that. But just to give you an idea, I'll go through it really quickly. Tea-dyed paper, so you get the idea. And sometimes it's good not to do anything else other than just have the paper, because then you still have some interest and it's not like you're approaching a blank page, but you can always add things and so on. Okay, so just a good way to use up some scraps, because I've been putting them in bins and when I have scraps, and I just don't want to have a million things in my apartment, so I always try to just use them as quickly as possible. Alright, so there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, just click that subscribe button and make sure you check out wandikagale.com. I'll see you guys next time. What good.